Hello everybody, this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and I am doing a special video specifically for college students and or high school students who are feeling a little bit overwhelmed with their workload. The reason I am doing this video is I was speaking on the phone with a classmate the other day because we had a group project that we were working on, and as we were discussing that project, we were discussing how that it just seems like there's so much that we have to do that keeping track of it has been difficult. And so I thought, you know what, I'm not the only one. And one thing that this classmate pointed out as well is how that on certain things we, for instance, we'll have these discussions that we need to do, and you each have to choose a different option from the discussion questions. And if you say, okay, I'm choosing option number 1, then it shows it as being done. And so if you're just looking on the online list that says what you have to have completed, it may show that that's already being completed, and that could get you into a lot of trouble. So I wanted to show you what I'm doing. Now, if you watch my last Filofax video just a few days ago, this has some of the same information in it, and I'm not going through my whole Filofax. So if you're looking specifically for a Filofax layout or setup video, keep scrolling back. If you're looking for just some ideas to get a specific area in your life organized, this one might be helpful to you. So I'm going to open up and I'm going to skip, this is my normal calendar in here, and I'm going to skip all of that and I'm going to move to the back. So the first thing, let me find a more blank one. There we go. There's a blank one. I have used these particular inserts are ones that I purchased off Etsy, and they weren't very expensive. I think they were maybe $4 or $5 for the template, and then you print it out yourself, which I'm not computer savvy enough to do it. They're designed exactly, most specifically for a Filofax, which, if you are aware of what a Filofax is, it's actually originally a European design. And so the sizing on the true Filofax inserts are a little bit different than the sizing of American Standard paper, but you can still make it work and make it fit. So what I did is I purchased the template, clear back to use in my regular calendar, clear back here. And then I decided that integrating my assignments and stuff into my regular calendar would not work. So I reprinted another set specifically for school. And I'm going to just pull these out. This is just something that I took a Project Life bookmark and made. And this is something we'll talk about in a minute. And so this is how I've done it. Now, this particular semester, I am taking basically 5 different classes, but I'm doing work on a 6th project. So one of the classes doesn't require something every week. It's something that you kind of do at your own pace. And so I combined, since this only has 5 columns and they're vertical columns, I combined those 2 classes, the extra project and then the health class that I'm taking, and I combine those into one, and you can see that's pretty blank. So this is the way this week's calendar looks. So across the top I put each of the other classes that I have done, and then I color coded everything. So when you look down here, you'll see some pink writing, you'll see some blue writing, more pink, more orange, and so I made a system that worked for me. And that's why I have this little card. I punched this little card out and I said, okay, purple is going to be my assignment. So I can glance at this and say, oh, I've done my assignment. So then I drew, when I write them in, I wrote them in and I drew a little box next to it. So when it's done, I can either fill in the box or put an excerpt or however I want to do it. I could highlight it, whatever I want to do, and say that it's done. Then the next one here is my reading assignment. So when I look at here, I see all of these things that I have to read. Now, you'll notice that the first few days are really super heavy. Well, most of my assignments are due at the end of the week. And so when I have something that's due on a particular day, I will write those on that particular day. But my reading and stuff and the different things that I have to do to prepare for these assignments, I write at the beginning of the week, because very rarely do I have an assignment, except for in this last class is the only one that I usually have an assignment due at the beginning of the week. Most of the rest of them are due on Sunday. So that's working really well for me. Because this is kind of designed as a business calendar, it actually goes Monday through Sunday instead of Sunday through Monday. So it kind of gives me a good idea of what I needed to do. And so, for instance, you'll notice that this pink one's already done, and that's because I made my group assignments in pink, because I need to see those quick, because not only do I have to take care of what I have to do for those assignments, but I have to make sure that I get them to the correct people so that we can combine those assignments. So a group collaboration, obviously, even though it's not due till clear down here, we have to do collaboration way up here or we're going to be late on the assignment. So that's how I did it. So you can see it's very clean and easy for me to see at a glance what I've done, what I still have to do. So just some ideas of what I did. Assignments were purple, readings are green, discussions are orange. Then I have to answer other people's discussions, so those are on blue. My group assignments are in pink, and my red is test. Now, in the program that I'm in, it's a lot more writing and very few tests. In fact, I believe the only true test I have is in this first column, and I have one every couple weeks. I have a test in that one. So I'm just going to put this back. I just have this here to mark my place. And so this is kind of what I've got left to do for this week. Now, what I did is I took all of my course calendars and course syllabuses and everything that I already knew that showed up on those, which usually the readings don't. You have to get those from another place. So at the beginning of the week, I go in, make sure that I have everything for the calendar done, already entered in here, and then I put any extra readings or any extra things that have come up. I add those in at the beginning of the week. So if I come over here, I've already done this week and next week, but if you come here, you see that I don't really have any green on here yet, and that's because I haven't gone far enough ahead to know what I need to read, except for on those very rare that very rare class that the instructor included the readings in the calendar. Most of them, like I said, didn't. But what I did is I sat down and everything that was due for the whole semester, I added it in the right place, color coded. So you can see this week already, let's see, the week of October 27th is already full and I haven't even added in readings yet. So this is why it's so important for me to stay organized. Now, do you have to go out and spend a lot of money on a Filofax? Absolutely not. I love my Filofax. It's something that I use all of the time. This isn't something that, when I purchased this one, I had in mind that I would someday be going back to school, I hoped, but so I knew that I would use this, but I actually purchased this one for a particular thing. I purchased it because I'm also a homeschool mom, and I purchased it to do my son's plans. And then I really wasn't using it for that, so this has become kind of my brain for, it's got home stuff in here, it's got my normal calendar, it's got work stuff, it's just loaded with information that I need to keep in one place. So this is what works for me. Now you could, if you wanted, you could just find an inexpensive binder, which I think, hold on just a second. I have this binder. This is just something that I picked up at the office supply store for I don't know, $5 or $6, and it's about the same size, and it's full of craft stuff. But you could just purchase a binder like this, go into Microsoft Words, design a calendar. It would probably, if you're computer savvy, it would take you, there's probably templates and everything, it would take you very little time, and just print it out. Or you could go to Walmart or your office supply store and pick up a calendar like this and tailor it to make your needs here. This is an old one of my son's that he obviously did not use well. But whatever you do, just get organized, because you know what, your grades are really important. I know my grades are really important to me because I have goals in mind of what I want to do, and I'm going to be more likely to do those things if my grades are good. And if I'm missing assignment, my grades are not going to be good, and neither will yours. So in a busy life with a busy time, getting organized is the key. So I hope that if you're a student, you found this really helpful. And like I said, I'll put the link where you can purchase this particular paper inserts, and they would definitely fit in that other binder that I just showed you. All you'd have to do is cut the holes differently. So thanks so much for stopping by today, and remember, take some time to enjoy the little things. Have a great day. Bye.